Assalamu alaikum. Last lesson we talked about types of matter according to electric charge. We said conductors, insulators, semiconductors, and superconductors. Now let's get to a question, as it says here. How can we charge a matter? So how can we give electrons to a matter? We have three ways in general. First one is friction. It means by, for example, rubbing balloon and hair becomes charged. So if you rub a balloon into your hair with your hair becomes charged, means electrons will be accumulated in your hair and your hair will be charged. The second type is with contact. It means touching of two objects. That's why sometimes when we are touching someone, a friend or a doorknob, we will feel an electric spark happen between us and the other person or the doorknob. That's because of the transfer of electron as a result of contacting. So it says touching object or person transfers electron and a spark of electricity forms. The third type of charging a matter is induction. It means it's done from far, without touching or without friction. Like, for example, if you close by a magnet to a nail, you will see the magnet attracts the nail without touching it. So this is called as induction. And the definition of induction is the process of charging a conductor by bringing it near a charged object and grounding the conductor. So those are the three types of three methods in order to charge a matter. Here we have an extra example. For example, if you can see here, a charged object with positive and induced charges. Here we have insulator. Because of this charged object, the negative charges and the positive charges are situated in form of order. If we didn't do that, if we didn't bring a positive charge near to this object, the positives and the negatives would be separated and will be distributed without order. Here we have another example, bringing a comb, a charged comb. When we comb our hair with this plastic comb, and if we bring this comb to the piece of papers, you can see it attracts the paper because of it's being charged. So another question here, it says, who found that charges are quantized? What's the meaning of quantized? Quantized means composed of very small pieces or particles. So the scientist who found that charges are quantized, his name is Millikan. Millikan did an experiment. This experiment contained oil droplets, and he charged those oil droplets. First he used a charged plate with a small hole in it, and then he gave a power or battery DC electric current to the charged plate, to charge it, and he saw that the oil droplets become small drops, as you can see here. So it means they are formed from quantized particles. So the name of the scientist is important, be careful, who found that charges are quantized. We have some notes about the charge. First one says quantized. Quantized means small particles, as we explained before. Second one says to find number of electrons, you have to use this rule. This is a rule, use it to find number of electrons. It says N, which is the number of electrons, equal to Q over QE. Q is amount of charge, it's measured in coulomb, and QE is charge of electron. Charge of electron is 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So this unit and the number is important. You have to memorize it. Be careful, because in the question it will not be given. So if in the question an electron is given or a proton is given, you have to know it is charge 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And number of electrons is measured, the unit is E. You can just put an E to the end. Here we have a table 6.2, you can check it in your book. Charge and masses of atomic particles. We have electrons, charge is given 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19. You don't have to use this minus in the question or plus, they are the same. You can just use 1.6 times 10 to the power minus 19. And we have the mass of electron is 9.109 times 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. Mass of proton and charge of proton is 1.6 minus 10 to the power minus 19 and 1.673 times 10 to the power minus 27. Neutron does not have a charge, it's 0, but its mass is the same as the mass of proton, 1.675 times 10 to the power minus 27 kilograms. Thank you for listening.